What's good, everybody? It's the Clown with Cab show. Shout out to Draymond Green. Shout out to the Golden State Warriors for getting a big W last night. Look, Draymond Green got ejected off a flagrant 2 foul, which was not a flagrant 2. And I think this is terrible news for the NBA moving towards the future. It's like, really? We're going to call these ticky-tack fouls a flagrant 2? Like, I can't believe it. And I think it's going to be worse for the NBA moving in the future. I think for viewers, for people who tune into the NBA, it's kind of going away from that now. It's just like, really? I mean, what competitive spirit is like, that's a flagrant 2? What they did to Draymond yesterday, it was just crazy. We have to understand Draymond Green, he's the heart and soul for the Golden State Warriors. I mean, he's that guy that's going to fight for the rebounds. He's going to take the charges. He's going to get in the guy's face, play good defense, and just continue to harass the opponents. And that's what Draymond Green does best. I mean, on the stat sheet, it's not, oh, Draymond's going to drop 30, 10, and 10 for you. No, Draymond's going to do all the dirty work. It's going to be Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jordan, those type of guys to really just propel the Golden State Warriors. And that's why I took the Warriors. That's why I'm taking them to win it this year in 2022. Look, Draymond Green, he's a 3-time NBA champion. Same thing with Steph and Klay. Okay, they won it back in 2015, 17, and 18, and I think this is their year. I truly do. I think they have the defense for it, and not to mention Draymond Green, he's a 4-time NBA All-Defense First Team, 4-time NBA All-Star, 2016 to 2018, and this year, 2022. I just think for Draymond Green, he's so underrated. I truly believe that. And we saw him after the flagrant 2. He was getting hyped for the stands. I just think, with the way the NBA is going now, it's getting really political and it's getting really soft. And I think, back in the 80s and 90s, that would have really been a play on maybe a foul. Okay, that probably would have just been a regular foul. Not even a flagrant 1, let alone a flagrant 2. It was just like, really? Like, what are we doing here? Like, what is the NBA? Like, what are they doing? Like, I don't get it, dude. John Morant, he's a young superstar, up and coming, for the Memphis Grizzlies. And, dropping 34, last night. Yes, he did tweak that layup at the end to really win the game. He was double teamed. There's no excuse. But I think for John Morant, he's the future of Memphis. I think Memphis needs to sign him to a long-term deal. He's going to be, one of the superstars in the NBA in the next decade. I truly believe that. This guy, he can play. Klay Thompson hit that big 3 late game to take him up. And I think, that's what you need for the Golden State Warriors. You need players like Klay Thompson to hit big shots. Klay Thompson only had 15 points, but that shot seemed like, man, Klay was balling out for 30-plus this game. Really, no, it wasn't. Steph Curry, 24, was really a quiet night for Steph. It really was. For a game 1, I thought Steph was going to come out 30-plus. Typical Steph Curry game where he's going to shoot the deep threes. He's going to do what he wants. But I think, when Draymond Green got ejected, that's when the Warriors really was like, all right, hey, let's go. Let's take this game. They're trying to take a game 1 away from us because of Draymond's foul. And I think the NBA, the refs in this game, they really did the flagrant 2 because it was Draymond Green. They looked at Draymond Green and said, oh, look at his history. Look at all the flagrants he's had. Everything that Draymond did, right? But really, it wasn't even a flagrant foul. It was a hard foul. It was just like yes, go to the free throw line, whatever. But a flagrant 2, I thought that was crazy. I think they did it because it was Draymond Green. And we go back to 2016 NBA Finals when Draymond got suspended for Game 5 in that Finals. And really, that helped the Cleveland Cavaliers come back and win that series. The only team to do that, down 3-1 in the NBA Finals. Now, I'm not going to blame Draymond for the Golden State Warriors losing that game, which they had their opportunities in Game 7. But I just think, when Draymond was out that Game 5 back in 2016, I thought, oh my gosh. LeBron James, if anybody can come back from this, it's LeBron James and Kyrie, Kevin Love, those guys, and they did. They came back, and I think if Draymond Green was not suspended in Game 5 back then, I truly believe they would have won that year. I really do. Playing at Golden State, and then we saw LeBron and Kyrie drop 40-plus, Game 5, Game 6, and Game 7. They just went crazy, but, that's just part of it. But I just think this right here, for the NBA to do this, I think it's terrible. I think it's a bad move. And even Steph came out and said it's just not good for the game. It's not, dude. It's making the game look like, man, it's just like, really, dude? Like, come on. These guys are getting paid millions of dollars, and really they're playing basketball. They're not getting hit in the face. They're not boxing. They're not UFC fighters, dude. Like, come on. This is not a flagrant 2. And I just think moving forward, it's going to hurt them. It really is. I think it's going to hurt the NBA in long term. I'm saying in the next 10 to 15 to 20 years from now, what's the NBA going to be like? You know, like, what is it going to be like? You know, when LeBron James retires, when Steph Curry eventually retires, those type of guys, it's like, what's going to happen next? Is the game going to continue to get softer and softer? You know, as we continue to pass the years? Like, really? Like, I just don't like that. I don't like it at all, but I think for Draymond Green, he's right where he needs to be right now. I think they got him locked in. Draymond Green is fired up. He's going to get his teammates fired up. He's the heart and soul for Golden State. I think if Golden State, they played their cards right when they kept Draymond Green. They did not want to trade Draymond Green. I think they did trade Draymond Green. I think the Warriors dynasty would officially be over without Draymond Green. You know, we're talking Draymond Green. He's the hustler here. He's the guy to get the teammates involved. He's the guy in the huddle to yell at his teammates if they're doing it wrong or to get them hyped, to get them motivated, to go out there, play better defense. Whatever the case is, that's what Draymond Green does best. And that's why he's there at Golden State. And that's why I think his whole career he'll be at Golden State. He got drafted in 2012. He was a second-round pick, 35th overall. After all, you know, like, and look at him. He's a 3-time NBA champion. Coming on 4 this year. I think they will make the NBA Finals. I think they got the recipe to succeed in this playoffs this year. I really do. I just think, you know, for the NBA to do that to Draymond, it's not good, dude. It's one of them things where it's like a slap on the wrist to Draymond. It's like, yeah, it was a hard foul, but it's like, dude, are we just going to let him score in the paint now? Like, seriously, it's like no leverage to the defender anymore. It's all like, you know, if the offense initiates the attack, initiates the contact, oh, it's going to be a defensive foul, even though he's got his hand straight up. Now, that foul definitely was a hard foul. If anything, give him a flagrant 1. But back in the 80s and 90s, dude, they would have laughed at that. It said, you know, yes, it's a foul, but it's not nowhere near a flagrant foul. You know, and that's what it was here. And it's just like, really, they ejected Draymond for that? I was laughing. I was like, dude, is it rigged, or are they paying the refs for Memphis to win Game 1 here? Like, really? I think it was all off reputation and just how Draymond plays, dude, and he plays hard. Draymond Green, he kind of reminds me of like a Dennis Rodman-like player. You know, he will get the rebounds. He will do all the dirty work for you. He's not scared of anybody. He'll guard anybody you tell him to. He'll do anything for the coach. And I think a great coach, he wants a player like Draymond Green on his team. He does. You know, you want it, dude. Who's going to hustle for you? Who's going to bust his ass every single play? Every single play is a championship play. You know, we don't see Draymond, you know, walking. Yes, we do see Draymond talking. You know, he can backmouth whatever, but he's not the lazy type or the pouting type. No, Draymond will get in your face and let you know what's up. Like, hey, this is how I'm going to do it. This is how I'm going to play. I'm going to give it my 110% every single play. And that's what he does. That's why I love Draymond. That's why I think Draymond eventually, when he retires from the NBA, I would give him a Hall of Famer. I think Draymond Green is a Hall of Famer. Now, numbers speaking wise, okay, we could say, yes, he doesn't score a lot, whatever. He just does everything that you need him to succeed for a successful NBA team. That's what Draymond does, dude. You know, not to mention, you know, he dropped 32 in that 2016 NBA Finals when they lost. Draymond was everywhere that game. You know, we're talking the NBA Finals. But I think at the Warriors, which I do believe they will make the Finals this year, we'll start to see Draymond score a little bit more. We'll start him to see shoot a little bit more jumpers. We've seen him hit a couple big threes in the Finals in the past. So I think, you know, Draymond's going to start to open up more. And I think Steve Kerr's going to say, hey, you know, Draymond, you know, if you're open, shoot it. You know, like, obviously we got Klay Thompson and Steph, the best shooters the game has ever seen, definitely was Steph Curry. But it's just like, yeah, when you got those two type of guys that are going to go for 30-plus a game, it's just like, yeah, it's hard to say, Draymond, you can shoot a 3, right? But, you know, you'd probably be like, Draymond, take it in. Take it in the paint. Get a bucket. Get an easy layup. You know, just do the little things. But, you know, to shoot 3s, I wouldn't say, yeah, go ahead, Draymond, start shooting 3s. No, but if he's wide open and they need it, you know, Draymond has the confidence to knock it down. He's got the confidence to do that. So I like everything about Draymond. I just think that the ejection was just over the top, dude. It was just like, it's bad for the game. And I think moving forward, the NBA is going to continue to get softer and softer. And I think this is terrible news for NBA fans around the world, let alone basketball fans. It just changed so much. Obviously it started to change when they don't call travels anymore. Guys are taking 4 and 5 steps. It's like, dude, the basketball rule is 2 steps. We're giving these cats the 4 or 5 steps and no travel. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't necessarily like that. Now it's kind of like they're opening the door to, all right, harder fouls. We're going to start to crack down on them. We want to protect our NBA players. We want to do this and that. It's just like, really, dude? Like, come on, man. Like, I want to see the competitive nature in all these players right here. I want to see them get roughed up. I want to see them talk trash to each other. Now, do I want to see a fight? Obviously not. I don't want to see, another Malice in the Palace or somebody throwing a haymaker at somebody or punching somebody. Obviously, we don't want to see that, but some fans do, right? But I just think, looking at the NBA now, it's just like, there's no reason for a call of some of these flagrant fouls anymore. There's no reason for it. I think, it's kind of going away from that mentality of, hey, we're going to work hard. We don't care what's going to happen. We're going to give our lives to this game. And that's what a lot of these NBA players do. They give their lives to this game, especially Draymond Green. And you guys treat him like this, dude, all off reputation. I think it's terrible. I think the NBA needs to, maybe throw Draymond Green maybe a check or something. I really do. I think they totally whiffed on this. This could have been really a series-changing event, but the Warriors capitalized on it because of Steph and Klay Thompson, and obviously Jordan had a big game as well, 31 points. I just think, looking at the bigger picture with Steve Kerr, they were fired up, and Draymond, after the game, was congratulating his teammates, ready to go. They're locked in, and I think, this is not a dumb bet to put heavy money on the Warriors to win it all. Now, obviously, I said Milwaukee's a mismatch for anybody with Giannis. That's going to be a tough matchup, absolutely. But I just think the way the NBA's going, the way Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, they changed the game forever, especially Steph Curry. He's changed the game. Nowadays, we have kids shooting 30, 40-footers now because of Steph Curry. Okay, you guys are going to score 2 points. Okay, we're going to hit a 3 on you. Your 2 to our 1. We're going to continue to go. And that's what we're going to do. And that's what the Warriors do. They take 2 for 3. That's what we'll do. And then in the long run, we'll outshoot you. We'll hit the threes more than you. And that's what we're going to do. So I think the Warriors, they had the recipe to win another championship. And I think this is the right time to do it. So I cannot wait. I like Steph Curry, man, Klay Thompson, these guys. And then obviously the heart and soul of the Golden State Warriors right now is Draymond Green. He's got the troops ready. He's ready to go. So I'm going Warriors, and I'm sticking with them for 2022 NBA champions, baby. It's the Clouded with Cab show. Let's go!